How's it going, everyone? I'm Contemption, and today we've got two awesome rallies. Gilgamesh Nebu against a Richard YSG. We thought they were kidding. It turns out they weren't. So take a look at these reports and let's get into it. All right, so I wasn't home at the time, so I didn't get to record this live, but I did record it and then edit it out, some of the parts that you don't need to see. That's what was in the Alliance Fortress. We thought it was a joke. We thought they'd jump out as soon as the rally was about to hit or shortly afterwards. But it ended up they wanted to take it. And the garrison that was in there was pretty sketch. Richard YSG isn't something you see in Seasons of Conquest. At least we haven't seen it. So it turned out pretty awesome. I got to test out my Gilgamesh and Nebu. I'm new to rallying. Unfortunately, my Gilgamesh is still 5545, so it doesn't have the expertise. So these reports could have been better, but I think considering it was Richard YSG, it was definitely a good combination, regardless of Gilgamesh being expertise. My gear is pretty decent. It's not perfect. My legendary gear is not specialized like a lot of the big whales, but it's still good enough to keep up in something like this. We honestly thought they were going to jump out, so we didn't have enough people teleport in for reinforcements. And as you can see, they're sending reinforcements, which really surprised us. We did not think that was going to be the case. We figured they would jump out or they wouldn't reinforce because the people that were in there were AFK. But nope, they kept sending infantry and archers, some cavalry into the Alliance Fortress, and they just took it. So my Gilgamesh gets down to about 1.1 before I cancel. I should have canceled it sooner, but I figured let's take it while they're in there. I wasn't sure if they were going to reinforce after the first rally. So we get down there, and then once we realize that they're going to stick around and they send more reinforcements, more people start teleporting down because obviously the trades were going to be awesome if we could keep up with the rally capacity. I do have pretty decent crystal tech. My rally capacity is 3 million, which is max. I don't have like the full 10% damage. I didn't spend that much on it, as much as I would have liked to, just wasn't in the budget. But as you can see, the Richard takes a lot of damage. Gilgamesh does fantastic with Nebu as a secondary. Skill tree, which I think I show in a couple minutes here, is from Wick. Can't argue with that. Wick knows his stuff, especially for long-term rallies. It's definitely the talent tree to take. But there's the first report. Double, like you're getting double what you put in. So that was awesome. It was really funny to see that there was no support skills. Thankfully, the Richard and YSG was expertise, but like I said, mine is 5545 for the Gilgamesh. But we launch it again. We get a whole bunch more support for reinforcements. That, as you can see, was my gear. Full legendary set with a Ring of Doom specialized for archers, and then a Horn of Fury, just not specialized. Didn't get lucky on that one. I've actually only gotten lucky on one of 19 legendary pieces, which is pretty sad, but I think I'm not the only one with those statistics. But here's the next rally. Fills up pretty much to the top there. I did send some of my alt archers just because I had them close by and figured why not? They're farms, get rid of some archers. I didn't get a huge amount of chances to use my farm troops in previous wars. I got a lot more footage to go through, but I'm sure this was a good way of spending those troops, that's for sure. But there's just, I got a rune. I think it was 7% attack with march speed. That was the best one I could get in short notice. I've got the archer skin for 5%. So it all adds up. I wish I had a better city skin. I'm saving up right now for the 5% skill skin, which is called, what is that here? I have that, Twilight Falls. So I should have that by early of next KvK, which is going to be the best city skin I have, because really the only one that I have that's legendary is from Light versus Dark from honor points, and that's just I think 3% troop defense and 3% healing. But this is where it gets awesome return. A lot more reinforcements, as you can see. People came down because they realized they were garrisoning with Richard and YSG, which still surprises me. Even just saying that combination in a garrison for Season of Conquest is pretty pretty silly, but they let them reinforce. One of our whales at the end, even though they're still sending reinforcements, starts to swarm the AF. But still, great returns. I think I could have gotten about 200,000 more kills if I would have had Gilgamesh expertise, but you know what? All in all, it was great experience. It was a lot of fun and something to laugh about at the end of our war for KvK, because it looks like we're going to win this Heroic Anthem without any other issues. The enemy's being beat back, so it's worked out pretty good. So there you go. You can see the T5 now coming down. He's about ready to swarm. Had enough of them trying to reinforce and keeping the rally going. So we'll take it down, and then that's it. And then we get to see the report, and it's pretty nuts. I was very surprised they kept reinforcing. Maybe with Siege, it wouldn't be as surprising, but there you go. So 278,000 dead from us, 919,000 dead from them, with 304,000 severely wounded. They didn't add support skills, so I don't know if that guy was AFK or what, but I have no complaints. But that's all I've got for this time, guys. They didn't end up reinforcing anymore. If you like these videos, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.